No, I've said that wrong really, because Clay Pigeon is a fast track. I'll cut that out. Alright guys, Pitbikesonic here, and in today's little video we are going to be talking about, that has just come out in the recent few days for both championships, we're going to be talking about the 2024 calendars for Fab Racing and British mini bikes, which have literally just dropped in the last week. Fab were, I believe, on Tuesday and BMB were on Wednesday, so that is brilliant that they both came out. I think they've both come out really early this year. Makes it a lot easier for everyone, especially getting time off for work and things like that. So it's really good that they've come out well before Christmas. It gives people plenty of time to get all set for next season. So let's not chat anymore. Let's go through the dates and the tracks that both championships are going to. We'll start off with the one that majority of racing. We're going to talk about the Fab Championship first. Just say this is mainly about pit bikes. Obviously there's a lot of other classes that BMB and Fab run, with like the junior classes, super minis, things like this, but basically this is just sort of for us pit bike boys. So let's get on with it. Let's get on to the Fab dates, which I will put the calendar up here so you guys can look at it. So let's start off with round one at Lid, which has been kind of the traditional start for Fab for the last couple of seasons. It's normally been a double header. This year it's only a single header. I'm quite happy with that really. The double header first round is quite manic, so I'm happy that they've put it to just a single round. And also we're 2 weeks later than normal. If any of you guys have been to the first Fab round for the last few years, last year we had it was freezing last year, and also we had horrendous wind as well, and the year before that we even had snow. So with it starting 2 weeks later, fingers crossed we'll get a bit of better weather. So a bit of better weather. So yeah, fingers crossed. Love Lid. I always find it brings out the closest racing of the season. Last year it was like especially in the 140 pit bike class, there were like 6 of us going across the line all at once. I'll maybe put a little clip up here. Round 2 goes a bit downhill for Fab really. Round 2 we're going back to Landau, which I was hoping that we wouldn't have to go back to, because apparently change of ownership and that we might not have to go back there again. But we're not just going there once next season, we're going there twice. So going to Landau twice. Personally, I don't like Landau. The facilities are not great, and also the track's not great. When you can see potholes from Google Maps, then you can tell that it's not quite a good track. I'll put a picture up here as well. If any of you BMB guys remember, there was a really horrible track that you guys used to go to called Fullbeck. It's kind of a bit like that. The facilities are rubbish, the track's not great, and yeah, we're going there twice. I can understand why Fab go there, because it's probably very cheap, and apparently because the people who own the land now are running the track, apparently they're going to put some money into it. So maybe Fab are going there to try and keep a good name, keep going there, and hopefully they're going to improve it a lot. Fingers crossed, because it really needs it. But then round 3 we go to Three Sisters, which last season it was my first time there. Absolutely loved it. What a track, what facilities, the pit lane, everything. It was just a brilliant track and a brilliant race meeting. I'm so glad that Fab have kept that on their calendar for 2024. What a place. Extremely grippy, really grippy in the wet. A really fast track. Absolutely loved it. So that's round 3. Going back to these dates, you can see them all up there as well, so I don't need to tell you the dates. Next one, Rara as well. So 2 really good tracks straight in a row. Probably my 2 favourite tracks of the season. Absolutely love Rara. Only bad bit about Rara is the journey there. It takes me 6.5 hours to get there, and I think majority of people, it's a fair long trip. Apart from you northerners, it takes a long while to get there. So yeah, Rara. So got 2 good meetings in a row there. Three Sisters, then Rara, and then Clay Pigeon, which we didn't go to last season, so it's back on the calendar. Yeah, there's no straights at Clay Pigeon whatsoever. Even the start and finish is a straight. It's a really frustrating track because it's so short. It's really hard to knock time off your lap times. Quite glad we're going back to Clay Pigeon. The facilities there are really good as well. Really nice showers, toilets, and a really nice cafe. So yeah, Quite happy we're going to Clay Pigeons. A bit of a long trek of a drive, but yeah, I'm not too bad. Next one, Ella Park. I've got to say I love Ella, haven't I? Literally, it's just 10 minutes down, 15 minutes down the road from where I'm sitting now. Brilliant track, absolutely love the place. Glad we're going back there as always. And that is round 6. And then round 7 to finish the season. Yeah, we're back at Landau again, which is not really the best place to finish the season. But if you have a good season, then Landau might be my best friend again because it's the last round. So, yeah. Both championships this season have only got 7 rounds, and both are only going, I think, to 6 different tracks because I think BMB have got a double header at Wilton Mill. So that is the Fab calendar for the year. Lid, Landau, Three Sisters, Rara, Clay Pigeon, Ella Park, and then finishing off at Landau again. So yeah, a pretty good calendar. I like that. I know a lot of people kind of criticise it, saying why have we only got 7 rounds instead of 8. Personally, for me, I like that because I am going to go do some different things this season. Also, I'm going to do some B&B rounds as well. And also, I am going to go race next season in a round of the Isle of Man Pit Bike Championship. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. So only having 7 rounds, obviously it saves me a bit of money. And I can go spend that on the other things I want to go do. So, yeah. I quite like that Fab calendar, apart from having to go at Landau twice. If I could swap one of the Landaus, we have lost Wilton Mills. If I could get rid of one of the Landaus, I understand go there once because you don't have to go everywhere. I would like to go at Teesside, but unfortunately, Fab seem to have... Fab, I don't think have ever been to Teesside, and they seem to think... they've told me that it's extremely expensive to... rent for the weekend or use their facilities or whatever. It costs a lot of money, so that's the reason Fab don't go there. The paddock's not great there as well. It's a bit like a little bit of a paddock here, a little bit there. Some of it's in the Speedway car park, so I can understand why they don't like it in that sense. But also with Teesside, it really needs a resurface as well. Come on guys, some of the potholes there are pretty massive. So that is the Fab calendar. Pretty happy with that. 7 rounds, no double headers this year. So yeah, all good. Right, so if we cross over, let's talk about the BMB Championship then, which I am going to do some of these this season. Definitely 1, maybe 2. Also, that was another one that had come off the Fab calendar, was Red Lodge, but that is still on the BMB one. So let's talk about the BMB calendar. Round 1. I believe that was their round 1 last season. I can't remember, but they're back at Teesside. Great track, Teesside. Apart from the surface, it could do with a resurface. It's quite bumpy and potholes, but a really good layout of a track. I love riding it on the pit bike. It's absolutely mega. So that's their round 1. And also B&B this season have kind of got 2 championships in one weekend. So they have their kids championships that are all now run by this ACU thing. So like the Ovale 190s, which one with the 70s I believe, and then the 160s that run with the 50s. Don't quote me on that because I'm not up to date with the B&B thing, but they are now 2 separate meetings, which are all running together apart from the final one, which is just the adults class and the non-ACU classes. So yeah, that's how that runs. So starting off with Teesside, the 30th to the 30th and the 31st of March, so a couple of weekends earlier than the start of the Fab series. Second round, Rara. Everyone loves Rara, apart from for most people, like same with me, the journey up there. Round 3, this is one I would like to do because it's at a big bike track. I never even rode it when I did used to race big bikes. I went there to watch my brother, but I never rode myself. That's another one in Wales, at Pembrey. So I don't really know what the layout would be for pit bikes. I can't see them using the full layout because it would kind of be flat out everywhere. So yeah, I don't know what layout they use, but I'd like to go do that round. That round is the 29th and 30th of June. So yeah, that might be one that I considered coming to do for B&B, so we'll see. Next one, once again, like we spoke about with Fab, absolutely awesome track. We have Three Sisters. Three Sisters, all these tracks on the B&B calendar, they're all really big tracks. So Teesside, Rower's probably the smallest at the moment, Pembrey, Three Sisters, these are all like probably the biggest go-kart tracks in the country. Well, you wouldn't class Pembrey as a go-kart track, that is a full-size track. So yeah, really, really big tracks. And then Next up, they have a double header for the next one at Wilton Mills, which is round 5 and 6 at Wilton Mills. That's off the Fab calendar for this year. I don't mind Wilton. I feel Wilton's kind of my bogey track. I don't do great there. The bike last season, I did have things that really do show that the bike wasn't good enough for Wilton Mills, i.e. there's a lot of hard braking areas and my front brake wasn't great. Not making excuses. So Wilton Mills, it's all right, Wilton. Once again, it's another track that may sell a broken record. It needs a resurface. In the wet, it is pretty much unrideable. So yeah, Wilton Mills is great, and even in the dry, I find it a bit sketchy now, where I feel like on any other track we go to, I can just push to the limit straight away on the tyres on a pit bike. Even when it's a nice hot day at Wilton Mills, I still can feel the front tucking. So yeah, Wilton Mills, I'm not too fussed at Fab of not going there. So I won't be going there for the B&B round. And then the final round, which is just for the non-ACU classes at B&B, we have Red Lodge, which I will definitely be doing because it's quite local to me. It's the last round of the season. It's on the 28th and 29th of September, which is also my birthday weekend. So I'll definitely be doing that one. That is just the adults classes and the kids non-ACU classes. I think that's, if I'm doing it wrong, tell me off, B&B people, but I believe that's how it works out with this new format they've got. So I'll definitely be at that one. Like I said, local, birthday weekend, end of the season. I'll definitely be at that one. Now I'm just going to check, but I don't believe any B&B and Fab rounds clash. So I'm going to stop the camera for a second and then I'll get back to you, because I'm just going to work it out, because I hadn't worked out before I started this video. 5 minutes later. Yeah, so I've just worked that out. None of these race meetings clash. So technically this season, you could do, including the double header, you could do 14 rounds this season. If you had the money, you could do all the races this season. So you could do all of the Fab Championship and the B&B Championship, and none of them clash. And this is really good news for the youngsters as well, because B&B are now doing mini motos. That means the kids, once again, if you parents can insure it, if you parents can afford it, that means that kids can do both championships all year and not have to worry about losing points in either championship. Same with adults as well. You can do both championships and you haven't got to worry about either clashing. So that is mega. I don't think that has ever happened since B&B and Fab have both been running. So that's really good. I don't know if the two organisers planned that out, but yeah, really good news. None of them clash. So guys, yeah, that was just a little overview on some of the tracks that we're going to next season, what I think of them, both championships. Like I said, I'll be doing all the Fab rounds, and I'll definitely be doing one of B&B, and I would like to do Pembrey, but it's all depending on cost, if I can afford to do it. Pembrey's not just round the corner for me, but I would like to go do it. It's just another track, make a really good vlog, another track that I've never been to, or I never raced at. I have been there before, so yeah, it'd be really good to do. Cheers guys for watching. Comment below, tell me what championship you're racing in next season, what tracks you're looking forward to going to, and yeah, if you're going to do a bit of both championships, whether you're going to do one or the other. Just looking forward to hearing your opinion. Message me on Instagram as well, if you want any information on what rounds you think you should do, just giving you my opinion on what tracks I think are best and which ones to avoid, really. So yeah, just to get your best value or money, shall we say, because pit biking is all about just having fun on a reasonably small budget. If you enjoyed this video, guys, I appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up below. If you want to watch some more videos, hit that button there, and if you haven't already subscribed, hit that button there. Cheers guys for watching. I'll see you again when I get back from Spain next week with the final free tech round vlog, so looking forward to doing that. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.